Welcome, everyone, to Talented Universe on this, at least here, cold day, December 16th, 2025. And we have a special guest today with us. But first, I'm going to say hi to our co-host for today. Marcia, how are you doing today?
Hi, I am doing great. And you said it was cold. Well, I'm in Florida and it's even cold down here. Was
What,
about
72?
37 degrees this morning.
Oh, really?
So everybody is not happy. But
Uh,
typically it goes up really quickly. So it's going to be about 68 or 70 in
I
about
knew it'd be
3
70. I
minutes.
just knew it. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not too, but it's only in the 20s here. So, but anyway, Liz, I hope you're a little bit warmer.
I was just looked at my temperature. I'm the warm one of the bunch up here in Sacramento, California, and it's 45 degrees.
Ooh.
So it's nice and toasty compared to you guys.
Yeah, well,
Really?
so maybe Kylie's in the warmest place. Who knows? But we'll find out. I would like to introduce Kiley Pearson. Kiley, how are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. I'm here in California in Los Angeles and it's 70. 70
Yeah,
degrees.
I figured that. This time of morning it's that.
Yeah.
That is just not right. But that's
I know.
the way LA is. So anyway.
Yeah.
But Kiley, hopefully you are prepared for our craziness, but you just never know. You just
Bring it
never
on.
know. Bring it on. Okay, well, we'll try. I'm going to go ahead and ask my question that I ask. I always ask it a little bit differently, but when you started with the vertical world and you came back after doing the first one, I don't know how prepared you were. And then you told people that you did a vertical drama and they gave you a funny looking face or a thing like, what are you talking about? How did you explain it to them? And did you explain it differently to different people?
Yes. The first
All the above, huh?
The first one I ever did, no, I didn't know at all what it was.
So you went in blind.
I went in completely blind. I knew from the audition that it was going to be very dramatic, like soap opera style acting. But I didn't understand. There's a learning curve that you have to adapt to really quick. Of like everything's here,
And
so you're like really close.
You're like
you don't have like all this space to
move.
You have to be like very locked in and hit your marks, or else you simply won't be seen because the screen's this big. And it's funny because sometimes you're just like comically close to your co-stars. Like it looks normal on the screen,
but
it does not look normal. No, it does not.
Not
look
in
normal.
person. Yeah.
It's so funny. I described it. My first one was with some pretty experienced vertical actors and actresses, and they kind of like, I feel like they coached me on how to describe it. They're like, we always say mini soap operas, or like I do soap operas, but they're filmed to watch on your phone. So that's how I would.
That's how you would say it. Okay.
But you still get funny.
You still get what? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I've had some. Well, why don't they just turn their phone?
Yeah, why don't they just?
Yeah, exactly. But I go, sometimes they don't want to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, especially if you have the bigger phone, it's gonna hurt your wrist after a while.
Yeah, and you can't hold it as.
Also, the scrolling. Isn't as easy.
No.
Yeah.
So I just say, that's there goes one. Yeah, but that's a good thing. So your first, and when was your first vertical, if you remember?
I believe it was May 2024.
2024. So that's still pretty soon into when they started to do them in the U.S. Then.
Yes. I feel
do you remember who your co-stars were?
It and this one never came out, or it hasn't yet. Who knows?
Really?
Yeah, it was a
Where
billionaire one.
Just back then, everything was billionaire.
It was. Yeah. It was billionaire, like office, like my character was like a corporate spy kind of. Ooh. And then I fell in love with my boss, and it was Seth. It was and Rebecca, I remember.
So Seth was in it, and Rebecca. Okay.
Yeah.
So you did
They
have
were
some
so nice.
seasoned. You had some seasoned.
Yeah, I had some
That's
seasoned
good.
like help because I was like, what's going on? But it was a really fun experience. But I did take a little break after. I was like, well, what was that? And then I just dove back in. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's
Yeah.
good that it hasn't come out. That's rare.
I know.
Yeah.
That's rare. I've known of a few others that have not come out from people I've talked to, but there's not that many.
Yeah.
There's not that many at all.
Who knows? I had one that I filmed. It was my second vertical. So it was around that time, and it just came out like a couple months ago.
Wow.
It was a vampire one. It was something happened. They had changed over to a different app or something, and it just took a lot of time to get it out.
Probably renegotiating and all that.
Yeah.
All the business stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, all the business stuff. I mean, I'm an actor. That's above my head, but it came out a year later, full year.
Wow.
So it could still happen.
It can still happen. Some is quick, some is long. Wow. Well, we've got someone in the chat room, and I think you might know who this person. Vertical World Girl says hi, Kai.
Hi.
Hey, Vertical World Girl, how you doing?
She's amazing.
But yeah, she is nice. Let me go to Marcia just to trip her up.
Okay. Hi, Kiley.
Hi, Marcia.
Well, they know I like to put a coin in the Wayback Machine, so I'm going to put a coin in the Wayback Machine for you, and kind of go back to you're from Fort Worth, Texas, is that right?
That's right.
And so, were you born and raised there?
Yeah, I was.
And you, go ahead.
No, I was. Yeah.
And you got a musical theater degree at Sam Houston. So in a musical and getting a degree like that, you do a lot of performances, I guess, I would gather. What were some of your personal favorite performances that you did while you were in school?
That's such a nice question. My favorite performances in school, I got to do Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, wow.
And I was Janet, and I was, I believe, a sophomore in college at that time. And it was so much fun. Because it was there was audience participation in it.
Oh yes.
Have you seen Rocky Horror?
Oh yes. We're all sci-fi geeks, and we're
yes. Okay, perfect. So I was a huge fan too, and in Houston they actually had a River Oaks a whole show with the callbacks, and you would dress up and there would be actors in front of the movie screen. And so it was oh my gosh, it was so much fun to just hear that and be on the other side of it. I was geeking out the entire time. And we got to do fun things like have a midnight, a show at midnight and stuff like that. It was so much fun. Let me try to think, what else did I do? Cabaret was a really fun one I did too. To completely different vibe from Rocky. But
I can't imagine why.
I know. You got to dance in that, I imagine.
It takes a dark turn. Yeah, it was so much fun. Those would be my highlights, I think.
Going back to Rocky Horror, I think that still to this day, somewhere in the world, Rocky Horror is being shown somewhere. And it is a fun audience participation thing, and to play Janet must have been a real kick.
It was so much fun. I was the whole time I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is so much fun right now. Yeah,
it's an iconic role for sure. Had you seen Susan? Had you seen the? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was a fan before, and when I found out we were doing that musical, I was like, okay, we're going for it.
You're ready. And
Yeah.
when you were talking earlier about how verticals are so close in, and in the theater you're open, and
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
did you adjust to that from being out there to
Yeah, that
Mhm.
is a great question because in theater we're like you need to be bigger. You need to like go to the last house and your body, everything about it is like expansive. And I think that how it translated was in theater you still have to be very technically like hitting the specific you're blocking on the stage. You just have it's just the proscenium is spread out so much. I think that I started towards the end of college taking film classes, which were very technical. Everything about it extremely, like even just like stillness or like, you could be sitting in a scene and there's very specific technical aspects to acting, or else if you're not technical, they won't get any of your performance. You could be doing the most amazing acting and nobody would be able to see it. So I kind of blended the two. And then I feel like on a vertical set, you're doing 75 billion pages a day. And not really, you're doing like 12, which is a lot.
12 billion.
Oh,
One
Yeah.
time,
It's so
one
low.
time on a shoot I did a couple weeks ago, 22.
Wow.
So it's kind of sink or swim.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like leading it and you are in a lot of the dialogue and you need to move around, you got to be dialed in or you're going to hold up production.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel, let's do the time warp again. I just saw that comment.
Yeah, I was going to throw it up, but I didn't want to interrupt you, but I'm going to throw it.
Yes.
Yeah, just because you said it. Yeah,
found
let's
my
do the time warp
people.
again. Yeah. There we go
I'm
from
gonna have to
Aisha. Thank you,
watch that
Aisha.
movie today. So good. I feel like that helped me just kind of like bridging the gap to learning film, and then everything was kind of preparing me for that. I feel like where theater really helped me is the endurance, because you're going through a whole, what is it, 2 hour long, you need to know if you're doing a straight play, you need to know like all your lines. I mean, I've done Shakespeare before. That's like another muscle in your brain that like I feel like I was trained to memorize quickly, retain information quickly, and be able to last for like those long shoot days, and keeping everything in your brain and being able to learn on the spot. That's what has helped me immensely. Just be able to kind of take that on.
Yeah. Have you thought about going back to the stage?
Oh, yes. I want to. It's been a while though, so now I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, can I still do this? But I'm sure everyone says yes. It's like riding a bike. It'll come back. But I would be thrilled to do that, especially just like I love the rehearsal process of it all. Getting to like build the connections and being able to, it's luxurious. It's amazing. So yeah, I think that eventually, or when I have time, I would love to do a play or a musical.
And one more from the Wayback Machine. I saw what looked like a video of you at Six Flags.
You really searched. I
In
did
a
that,
gorgeous
yes.
red dress. So
That
tell
was
me about
fun.
that experience.
That was during college, I think. Summer job. I was like, everyone else is like, working at the ice cream shop or whatever. And they have like full-on productions at Six Flags. And so the one I ended up doing was called I forget, but it was like music through the ages.
Yeah.
It was like chart toppers. It was like top of the charts songs. And I ended up getting the Madonna track. So it would start in the 60s with the Beatles. It would go through to like current music. And I think that's the one you saw. It was like a Meghan Trainor song. It would, at the time was very popular. Yeah. But the main thing that I did was I did Madonna, it was like dancing, singing. It was that was a fun
had
summer.
backup
But we did
people.
I had backup dancers. I had men all around like dancing. I got lifted. It was so much fun. Yeah. Wow. You just brought back a memory. We did like we did like 5 shows a day of those because it was about a 30-minute show. It was really quick, but mainly people would come in to get air conditioning, between riding roller coasters. And we're like, why we have you here? Let's sing some songs. So it was funny. It was quite fun.
So what did you learn from that experience that you took with you?
From that experience, it was like it was the same thing. All that choreo, it moves super quick, and you don't know what's gonna happen in like live theater a lot. And sometimes we would flip our people around. They're not feeling well today, so I know you were Madonna, but today, like, maybe you're Whitney Houston, or maybe you're like, we don't
Good
know.
show
And so
there.
you got to be on your toes and know your stuff and be able to be adaptable.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Oh, good. Thank you. I think we'll go to Liz.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do a little bit more of Marsha's Wayback Machine. I want to get back to the beginning. What first influenced you to even think about acting or theater before you even got into it?
Oh, so I grew up in like a military household pretty much. Like my dad was in the military. There wasn't any artistic people in my family. They're very very practical. And I was just kind of made differently. I don't know. But I remember my mom would put on like Fleetwood Mac and some like classic country singers a lot while she was cleaning the house. And I would just go into the living room and I would dance and I would like act out full performances and sing like at the top of my lungs.
Right.
And so I was like, okay. And sometimes they would put on what's the country music video like show, but they were very dramatic music videos, like, and I would reenact those. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a country singer, obviously, because
like something off of CMT or something like that.
CMT, yeah, CMT, like very drama, like, and I would act that out. And so I kind of that's what I was exposed to. I had never seen a play. I had never seen a musical. Well, besides Sound of Music, and that's what we're gonna get to that. So I was like, this is it. Like I can sing, and then I'll be able to like make my own music videos. I didn't like put that together that was like acting. That my mind wasn't there yet. And I grew up in a really small town, Springtown, Texas. Shout out. And then I moved to Fort Worth when I was like maybe like 3rd, 4th grade. So I just grew up on like all this land and kind of in the middle of nowhere. And I would just play and put on, like I would direct my brother and my sister, force them to put on talent shows and stuff like that. But I do remember the first time I saw like a Broadway show. It was a preview on one of our like VHS tapes, and it was Cats. And I would watch that over and over and over, like, what is this? This is amazing. And I think that's what got me started. And then once we moved and we were in a bigger like school district that had an arts program and a theater program, I got to do my first musical. And I'm telling you, like I was so locked in. I was like, it felt like, okay, this is it. This is it. I want to do this forever and ever and ever and ever.
Kind of like the doors got busted open wide and you saw, your Nirvana, the whole thing. This is what you want to do.
Absolutely. Because before that, there would be fun things that was like, I did cheerleading because everyone in Texas like does cheerleading for some reason.
Is it a requirement?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be a Texan. Football, or they love football, high school football, and I liked it, but I was mainly doing it because my friends are doing it or something like this, and I was just it didn't feel like that felt. And when I felt that feeling of just singing in a group or learning lines or like acting, it was way different, and it was exactly doors busted wide open and like, oh, this is for me.
Yeah. Going then forward out of high school, because we talked a little bit about your theater experiences and all that. But going forward into verticals, who introduced you to verticals, and did you think it was a good idea at first when you first started?
I was sent an audition by my agent at the time. And I think she even said, I don't know what this is. But she said, think soap opera. Why don't you just send in a tape and maybe it'll be a way for you to get some good footage or like a good practice or something. And I'm very open to trying different things. And did I think it was a good idea? I think that I had some hesitation very early, thinking like is this too silly, or you know, am I still here?
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. The screen
Just listening intently to
like
you.
is this too silly? But then you can watch General Hospital, you can watch anything on TV and it's like silly circumstances, but you can still find truth in it. And at the end of the day, it's very entertaining. And I thought, how could being on set, how could working with other actors, how could learning, like, I get to go to set. How could that ever be a bad thing? You know? I don't.
Yeah, I think that because I've seen you come through so many different verticals, and I have kind of seen you develop with your style. I am probably one of the first people that have actually gotten into a lot of the verticals here in the U.S. I came from the verticals from China first. So I probably watched you step through almost everything. And there are very few verticals that actually make me feel emotion and cry. And there's one that did. And that's the one that you did with Mark. And, you know, I just have to say, I Love You More Than Life itself was so dramatic in so many ways. And you played the character perfectly through it. And I wanted to ask, do you think with the character Mark, we all assume he drowned at the end. We all assume he committed suicide at the end. Do you think with your characters there would ever be a reunification of them, maybe in death or something? Was that maybe how you were playing it, or
You caught that?
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you did. And that was something that when we were talking about the characters and we got to meet with the director, it was so great, and talk about it. And we really decided to play it like star-crossed lovers, like Romeo and Juliet, like it's a different way of playing it. Like, I love you so much, but we can't, like, this isn't working right now. Instead of playing into like the despair as much. Do I think I really hope so. I want Grace to be happy. I, in my head, almost think that maybe she's like gone girled everybody and she's off living happily somewhere.
I was really wondering that at the end, were they going to pull a twist?
Were they going to pull a twist? They still could.
Yeah, part 2.
Yeah, it was open-ended.
Yeah, very open-ended.
And it was Mark's idea to go into the ocean at the end. That
wasn't
in the script originally. That wasn't in the script originally. And he said, like, I feel like this would be very strong. He felt like he wanted to do that.
It was perfect. It was the perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
Most definitely. And like I said, there are very few that make me actually feel some serious emotion. And that one, both of you hit it perfectly. So I don't know, Mike, if there's any more in the chat group or not.
Yeah, there's a few little things.
I'm going to throw it to you because my eyes are giving me fits and I can't see the chat group for a while right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that is fine because I wanted to go on with what I echo everything that Liz said about that show. But what got me is when I realized that you probably committed suicide near the beginning. And I go, well, what the whole heck's the rest of the movie going to be about?
That's right. You telling me that.
And I was like, I mean, this is like 20 minutes in. What's going on for the next 45 or more? And I'll tell you, it was an interesting look at the psyche of people that don't want to believe the truth.
Hmm.
And just, I mean, and Liz, right, you just played it. You played your part just perfectly. And with all what you went through with him and the characters, and had to deal with it, tried to do what was best for him, not what was best for you. And I certainly wouldn't have been that nice to your stepsister. No.
No.
No. No, that was just too much. But when you read the script, what were your first feelings? Did you think about how you wanted to play it, or did you have to really think about it for a while and got like at the director's direction or whatever?
Yeah. And I had the same reaction when I got the script. I
Oh,
said,
did you?
no, she did. No, what? I was like, she's not gone.
Yeah.
It was actually so fun because I got to do so many flashbacks.
Oh, tons.
Yeah.
It was pretty much all flashbacks for me, which is kind of honestly also a challenge because that's what sets everything up for the other actors.
For everything else that goes on. Everything.
I gotta give them something. The way I saw her and the way that I justified her putting up with all of that is she loves him more than so much. Like that is her person who saw her. I know that he's gonna wake up and remember it's me. Like I know it. It was hope. I had so much hope, like that it's okay.
Because he saved me when I was little. He will remember. He'll
remember me. I'm right here. Yeah. And it's gonna happen, and I just need to hang in there. And like any day, oh, this is gonna be the day that he sees me and he wakes up and he realizes, and we're gonna live happily ever after. And that's how I felt it for her. And then that's what crushed me in the end or I guess the beginning of Beth is like when that hope leaves. That was rough feeling that. Yeah.
No, I bet it was. I mean, I just went, how can this guy not realize? I mean,
that's what we said. We said, does he have a head injury? Or
well, I wondered that. I wondered the way, because I was wondering, I said, did he have, when he went overseas, because they're talking about him going overseas to school, I said, did something happen to him over there? Yeah. Because I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's like there was a part where he was in bed early on where he was his head was wrapped up in a bandage.
Yeah.
His eyes.
So
his eyes.
It was his eyes, but was it more than just his eyes that were damaged when they fixed it? Did something get, damaged with that? So I had the same thought.
Yeah.
Because it was just, you both just played it so perfectly, and it just had me. Did she really fake it? Then the body, and I go, guess not, she didn't fake it.
I was almost expecting, after Eric had gone out into the water, for you, like a picture of you being up somewhere, on like the wharf or something with wind in your hair, kind of overlooking, seeing, okay, well, he finally did it. Yeah.
That would have been powerful. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of, it is left open-ended in a way. It really is up to interpretation.
And then sadly, they don't do too many sequels to the Vertical.
I know. It's very rare.
Very rare. There's only been a couple that I've known, and I mean, it's like some of them they really should.
And then
they
some.
really should. They really should.
I think it'd be so fun to have a vertical that is, like a real soap opera where it's a continuous thing, but they've been talked about in there. Yeah.
There are a couple of them that are being filmed down in South America. I think it's either Argentina or can't remember the other one, but there is one that is a telenovela completely, but it is being filmed in soap operatic form day after day after day. It's a continuing story.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun so that the characters can just keep developing and, just create
Mhm.
more
Yeah.
relationships and,
Well,
there's
that
so
would
much crazy
basically,
things can still happen. Yeah.
that would basically be a regular soap opera on TV, but done for verticals, in the
Yeah.
vertical format. Yeah. Which I think nowadays, I mean, the more and more I see where it's going, it's like, I mean, I hate to say it, people are on their phones all the time. Now,
Yeah.
do they have the phones like this? No, they have the phones
Mhm.
like this. I mean,
Mhm.
they do. So it's like, I try to tell people, I said, how many times are you walking or doing this? Do you put your phone horizontally? How often? I really don't do it that much. There
I
you
don't even do
go.
it that much. Yeah. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. So it's just whatever they do. Now, I'm going to go into the chat room. I've got Aisha has a couple things I was going to. She has some follow-ups to what she was talking about before, but Marsha, I'm going to go to you next. If you want to go to Liz, let me know. So, Aisha says the last we're talking about when we're talking about the theater and the Rocky Horror. She says the last theater show I watched was Buddy, the Buddy Holly story, and then she says Lubbock, Texas, birthplace of my hero Buddy Holly.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just wanted to throw that up there. So she's one of our other co-hosts on one of the other shows that we have on the network. So she does one with Liz that anime, if you're into anime.
Yep.
Well, on a totally different vertical theme is the Lust game.
Oh. Talk about an ending cliffhanger.
Talk about a cliffhanger. Yeah. So and you had Cayman and TJ and Jeff Lawless.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was
How
a
fun.
hard road to hoe, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, talk about a breath of fresh air. That was so much fun. Because I have been doing so many sad ones, which I mean, I love the drama, but that one, and we had so many scenes. It was kind of like an ensemble cast, and no banquet scene.
Wow!
And
Wow.
yeah, no banquet scene, no kidnapping to a warehouse. It was all shot in one location, or I think two locations, but all just like kind of in the villa. And we had so many fun scenes, just like big ensemble scenes, and the games were really fun. That was we just had a blast on that one.
And I have seen comments from fans, I'm sure you have too, that
Yes.
part 2, and we were just talking about more. So
Yeah. Who's she
any
gonna pick? Who did
ideas?
she pick? We all thought it would be so fun if they did a sequel where it was a reunion of, like, you know how they do reality show reunions, and then all the drama happens. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, all the drama happens. Yeah.
Can you just
What is that
imagine?
big Netflix show, Love is Blind, which has exploded.
Yes. Did you watch it? I watched
Unfortunately,
it.
yes, I have.
Yes, me too. And I was like, it hooked me in. I haven't watched the reunion though, but yeah, just like that.
They have Brazil and Japan and Sweden, and
Mhm.
they're gonna have the moon and Jupiter pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm
Hey,
sure.
that might be a good vertical. But so when you do an ensemble cast like that, it's different from having mainly one lead and two leads, male and
Yeah.
female lead. So what were some of the fun things that you can tell us about?
All of it.
All of it.
Filming was so much fun. Let me think. The balloon, like, do you remember the balloon game? I mean, we
Yeah.
were just playing in the pool. Like, we were like, are we at work right now? I don't the games, we had so much fun with the games. We just kind of filmed it all at once, and they would be like, okay, we're gonna get Poppy's part, now we're gonna get your part. The games were fun. I liked how they did like the how they set up like it's like an interview process with like a producer in the beginning. Just just like they do in a reality show. And that was fun. We had a blast with that. I remember the one scene we shot for, I think, one full day or a day and a half or maybe 2 days. We're just sitting around on the couches a lot. And Lexi, the little talking. The director did such a good voice for that while we were filming. It was like they used a different voice, for the final, but the voice that we heard was incredibly funny. Just like I felt like I was doing theater when we did those ensemble scenes. Like everyone's chiming in, and we're working on timing, and we're working on like the give and the take, and it was a treat. It was truly a treat. I remember filming the bagel. Do you remember the bagel? That poor bagel that Jeff was licking. Like when I come in and I see all the boys in the kitchen and they're all doing something silly, we couldn't stop laughing. We couldn't stop laughing. It was.
So they have to. That's one, Michael. They have to do a part 2.
Yeah,
I think.
I will agree. Yeah,
they have to.
Yeah.
So since that's kind of based on a reality show, if you had to go on a reality show, and you have to pick one, it can be a cooking show, a competition, a sports show, a dance show, a singing show. What do you think?
Oh, I know. Well, does Dancing with the Stars count?
Yes.
That's what I would choose. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. I'm manifesting that out there. One day, I would love to do Dancing with the Stars.
Would you have a partner that you would
kind of mind
into?
I'm open to any, I think.
That show is a grind. I mean, it's I've heard and I've seen it's a lot more work than we may think it is.
Oh yeah. I think they start rehearsals like months before. And to learn all of that, it's so impressive. It's very impressive.
And you have
it seems like all consuming. Yeah.
So you're ready to go. Casting, come on.
Let's do it. I did start doing Argentinian tango classes.
Yes,
just because I wanted
to. Why Argentine tango? What was that? Is there a story?
Well, kind of. I was invited by one of my friends from acting class. She was like, I go to this place and it's super fun. Everyone's great. Here in LA, and I was like, okay, I've been wanting a hobby because I have a terrible habit of monetizing every hobby I do, like singing, dancing. Okay, let's be a professional singer, acting. Okay, Pilates. I became a Pilates instructor. I'm just like, I need to just do something just to like have it for me and just something fun. So I was like, okay, I want to get back into dancing, and also Argentinian tango is very specific and very kind of difficult. But the reason I ended up loving it is because like it is all improv. You have to be present. And it makes you just look at the person in front of you and just be in the moment. And I just think it makes you a better actor because you're present, you're listening and reacting. Everything comes back to acting for me, but like I feel like, and it was so much fun. I would be dancing for hours and it would feel like 2 minutes because you're not thinking about anything else. So that's why
it was all improv. I did not realize that. Wow, you have to be right there.
Yeah. So you learn the framework and you learn different moves, and then you kind of just learn what they want you to do from that. But it's not anything set out. It could be anything. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So ready for Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, I'm
Argentinian
ready.
tango, you're ready. You're there.
I'm working on it. Yeah.
And I also have to ask you about I saw that cheerleading is on your your list of talents. Were you a cheerleader in school?
I was. Well, like we said, it's a requirement.
Requirements
It's a
for
Being
requirement
Texas.
for
raised in Texas,
Mhm.
I had to check it off the list. At one point, my mom was my cheer coach. I did it when I was like a little girl. Like Pee Wee football has cheerleaders in Texas. I don't know if that's a normal thing.
I don't think it
We
is.
have them here too.
Oh,
Yeah.
do
You
you
do?
really? Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like tiny littles, very cute. So I did that all the way up through middle school. I was on the cheer team. Yeah. And I was
What
like,
was your
this is
specialty?
fun. I wasn't really into football, so I used to sometimes have to call the cheers, and I didn't unfortunately know when we were doing offense or when we were doing defense. And I was like calling cheers, and they're like, Kylie, it's defense right now. And I'm like doing offensive cheers. So I was just kind of there to hang out with my friends, but it wasn't my passion.
So did you keep your cheerleading uniform?
I should do cheerleading vertical, I feel like. I didn't keep it.
You should.
Didn't keep it. But that'd be fun. I'm ready.
That would be fun.
As long as you don't have to do offense and defense. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to call the cheers, but I'll be there. I'll have the spirit for sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to Liz. Thank you.
I actually have a question for you that takes you back to 2018. You did a movie called Bicycle. And even though you
Yes.
weren't the lead, you acted with some pretty impressive people, including
Yeah.
somebody who I consider to be the original $6 million man, the original
Yes.
Heath Barkley, and of course the original Fall Guy. Can you
Yep.
tell me, did you have a geek moment when you acted opposite Lee Majors?
My dad did. When I told
Oh,
him
did
who
he
I was,
really?
he was like, the Fall Guy? I was like, yeah, what is that? And then I watched it, and
Oh,
I
child.
geeked out. I was like, why did you? I didn't know, and it was so much better when I did know. That was
wow.
really. It
Oh,
was
so you
really
didn't know?
cool.
You didn't know till after you did.
It was worse than that. It was during.
Oh. Oh.
Because this was a long, this is a long shoot, and you know when you just look at someone differently, all of a sudden you're like, oh. Now I'm like shy now. He was really cool. Very super nice to me, and he taught me a lot because that was my first time doing a film. And we filmed 3 episodes. It was like going to be a series. It was great. He was cool. And we got to like ride around and like he
So
had
did you get
like
an autograph? Did you get an autograph for your dad for him?
I should have. I didn't. I was trying to be cool. I was trying to
Well,
be.
you were being cool, but your dad wasn't, so he could understand.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't being cool about it. He thought it was so cool. He was geeking. Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Another reel that I saw you do, and I tried to look everywhere through my hidden sources, shall we say, to see if I could find more of this. You did a reel for Big Canvas. And from what I saw, it looked such a remarkably well done premise to everything. Do you know if they're going to extend it out? Is it going to be finished one day, or is it finished hiding somewhere?
I don't know if that will be revisited, but maybe I should reach out and see.
You should, because from what I saw of it, it really, really looked intriguing, as well as very well done acting. And I'm like, this definitely should be something, that we want to see more of.
It was written as just a little real scene, but I think that
it wasn't very long.
The actor that I was working with had a bigger idea.
Connie Stein-
short film. Yeah,
Connie. I can't say the last name. Steinemann?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just helping him out for his reel footage.
Oh,
so
okay.
you just reach out to your friends and other actors to just pop in there, and so I just popped in on the day and we did that. It is a cool premise, right? It was kind of like gritty. I think that could be a short film for sure.
Yeah, I kind of like those action psychological thrillers / horror type stuff. And that seemed to be the way it was going. And I'm like, oh, I really wish there was more of it. So hopefully one day.
Yeah. I think that'd be a cool thing to write and
now,
make.
Here's a question for you. You have done, of course, the dramatic CEO drama, heartbreaking stuff like I Love You More Than Life.
Mm-hmm.
But you have also done a lot of werewolf action dramas.
Yeah.
And you have also done, like you said, the vampire one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, which of those genres do you like shooting best?
Ooh. I feel like I like a variety.
Yeah.
And I've been lucky to get a variety. Like I've gotten to hop into these different worlds where so often sometimes you get stuck. My favorite, it changes though. The werewolf ones are quite fun. Like I said, I do love the drama though.
Okay.
I think as long as that, yeah, I'm gonna say I like variety. I like to do everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
That actually then kind of would lead into the next question. You've done so much work, now in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take a step back and do a more behind the camera as well to combine them together, or only do kind of in front of the camera work?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that because when I was in college, we had to do directing classes, and I get so hyper focused on one character. It's hard for me to like zoom out and see, like, you have a director brain of like see how all of the pieces go together. I'm hyper focused on this piece. So I just think that I love doing that. But working on these sets, I think that it would be cool maybe to write something and be creative in that way. Which is behind the camera and like make something come to life.
Right.
I think that everything else seems very stressful.
Yes,
Like
yeah,
you have to be very organized and locked in, and I'm just kind of like very artsy and just I want to do my thing. So I think that I prefer in front of the camera, and
they're
sorry,
coming
there's
to
an
take you away.
ambulance.
Ho ho.
No.
Well, no, there's a song, and it's about a dog, and you hear the sirens like they're coming to take me away. Ho ho, they're coming to take me away.
Mhm.
Because the owner of the dog has gone crazy because of all the antics the dog has done. But
Ike, you hear that? My dog's right over there. That could be his song.
Yeah, really. And the other real quick question that I wanted to ask you, and then I'll send you back to Michael. You've done a lot of shooting, of course, here in LA, and I'm going to assume you've done shooting other than LA, like New York
Mhm.
and other places.
Mm-hmm.
What place would you like to either go revisit or that you've never shot in? And that could be another country like China, Vancouver, anywhere. Where would you like to go next?
Ooh, this year has been I call it my year of travel, and it's been absolutely amazing. I've done China, Vancouver, Arizona, randomly. Where else? New York. The New York one comes out tomorrow, I think, with TJ. We had a reunion.
Cool.
I would love to go somewhere in a different country again. I thought that was so fun. I know they're doing some in Turkey. I know they're doing some in Europe, like Italy and London. I've heard of being filmed there. I love traveling, and I think combining my two loves into one is fun. And then you're kind of get a theater experience because you're like immersed there. You're hanging out with everybody, staying in the same place, and it's like theater camp. You're all doing the long days together, and then you're all hanging out after. And I love that. It's very fun.
Well, I thank you for that answer. And I want to thank you, if I don't get a chance to talk to you again, for coming on and sharing some of your stories with us. It was very, very fun. So thank you.
Thank you.
Michael?
Yeah, well, I'll go to Marcia if she had any closing remarks, and then I'll.
I do actually. I think that the beginning of Dangerous Blind Wife was about the most blood I've seen in the beginning of a vertical.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a full-on thriller.
Hmm.
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much blood. There was blood everywhere, and it got on all of my shoes. And I was wearing these shoes, and I washed them, and then I went to the next vertical set where I was wearing the same shoes, and I was standing on the wet ground, and where I was standing, blood started dripping. And they were like,
Oh
"What
no!
is going on? Like, why is there blood coming off of your shoes?" And it was from
Oh,
that
that's
scene.
bad.
The blood could, yeah. So it was a lot.
And plus you were blind in that early scene. So was it kind of a challenge to be not distracted by stuff
Yes.
else going on?
Yes. It was a giant challenge. There was so much happening. There was a dog, there was blood, there was weapons everywhere. Oh yeah, that was a big challenge because so much going on.
Was that the first time you had played a blind character in
Yes.
How did you prepare for that?
I watched a lot of interviews. I forget her name, but there's a creator on TikTok who like shares her life. She's blind, and she like shares her life and like how she does things, how she gets around. And that was super helpful. Oh, I wish I could think of it right now. I watched her, and that's kind of what I did, and I walked around my apartment doing that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that looked like it was fun and terrifying at the same time. But I know blood it's not obviously not real blood, and they use
Right.
Did you happen to get a taste of what it was? I know they use Karo syrup sometimes and other things because he touched your face and
oh my, and I was like, you know what I thought? I said my senses would be heightened. I feel like I would smell something was off.
yes,
Maybe I was just way too trusting of that man. Yeah, smearing it on my face. It was great. What did they use? All I saw for that scene was a big, massive, like, carton of stage blood. It was like this big, clear, and they just poured it
everywhere,
sloshed it all over, and they're like, "We need some footprints." And so then I made some footprints around. It was great. So it was stage blood. It was washable, I believe. And then some of the ones like for my hands are like mouth safe. They have like the runny blood, and then they have like the like the thick stuff that they like would go on a wound or something. It's like yeah, it's like textured and like kind of like jelly.
FYI, stage blood is not always washable. I speak from experience, thanks to my daughter.
Yep.
She spilled a whole gallon of it when she was dressing up for a role she was playing.
My gosh, I feel like that's a canon event, like that. You're like, oh, this isn't washable, because the washable blood is more expensive. Yeah.
So what do you have coming up that we're going to see you in next?
Ooh, I think I have one dropping like tomorrow on Drama Box that was really fun, and that was the one in New York, and it's really sweet. I mean, it is about divorce, but it's got a really nice message and I really loved working with TJ again. And I have another one with Ryan Ray Vincent coming on Good Short very soon also. And then the one I'm doing right now. Oh, and one on Real Short, a werewolf one.
Ooh.
But with a very I really liked this character. She fought back. She didn't take any nonsense, which was fun, because sometimes in the werewolf ones, at least that I've done, I've had to wait to be rescued, and in this one I didn't wait. And there's lots of stunts that were fun.
In other words.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will look forward to those. And echoing Liz, thank you so much for spending time with us today. It's been quite delightful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, Kylie, just keep going, and let us know if you've got some things coming up, and if you'd like to come back on and tell us what's going on, or even better, bring one of your co-stars with you and talk
Oh,
about
that
a
could be
new release
arranged.
coming. We've had TJ on before. I mean, if you text him and say, "Hey, do you want to go on Talented Universe with me?" and we can talk about the new thing coming out after about a week, so everybody can see it and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
or something.
let's do it.
Yeah,
That
TJ
sounds
is
super
great.
fun.
So
Yeah, he is.
he is. But
Okay, cool.
yeah, but going out in the cyberspace there. Thank you all for coming, especially the ones that came on live and put your questions up. I didn't get to everybody, but I tried to get to most that I could. In about another hour from now, we've got another vertical actor coming on, and I'm very excited about that. David Eves is going to be with us, so we will see you all then. Everyone, take care. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.